So if you're a hiker or a mountaineer, you may have figured out by now that simply going out and practicing that activity isn't the most optimal way to actually get prepared. And when you Google these kind of things or talk to your friends, most of them will say, just go out and go hiking, throw a backpack on. And the problem with that is more difficult now more than ever. I mean, most of us can't get out and hike on the weekends because of quarantine restrictions and so forth. A lot of the gyms are closed, so there's more barriers to getting fit and staying fit for the mountains than there ever has been before. So rather than just relying on the few times that you can actually get out and go hiking and climbing, you want to train specifically the muscles, the muscle groups, and the movements that are relevant to getting up and down mountains. And that way, when it comes to you actually getting out onto the trail, you're more capable and confident of actually doing what matters, which is completing the trip, more importantly, having a good time and making it all the way back safely. And that's really why I developed this program called HikeStrong, which I've been developing forever. You might have noticed in a video about 9 months ago, I mentioned releasing this program, but I have been reiterating it, testing it, using it on my own clients and developing it over the last 9 months. And finally, now it's ready, and that's what I'm going to tell you about in this video. Perhaps the thing I'm most excited about when it comes to HikeStrong is that we are releasing it on our new app-based platform. So I'm going to bring it up here and you can have a look inside the app. This makes everything so much easier. You will still get the full PDF to keep forever when you buy HikeStrong, but for the 8 weeks or the initial 8 weeks of doing HikeStrong, it will be on the app. So let's dive in and have a look at some of the features and what makes this so much easier to do and so much easier to follow. So when you purchase HikeStrong, you'll get an invitation to download the app. This is a third-party platform that I've done all of my training into, and you'll see HikeStrong loaded up there with the middle ground schedule. So there's 3 different schedules to choose from with HikeStrong, and the middle ground is the one that I recommend for most people because that's designed for most people. So when you log in, you'll see the plan, which goes through everything you need to know. There's a full 20-minute instructional video there that really dives into how to select the sets and reps to be able to personalize the program for you. And I think that's super important, something that gets overlooked a lot. I show you exactly how to develop and progress through each of these exercises, how to choose your progressions, where to start and where to aim for, so that you can actually get the benefit out of the strength building component in this program. Also under the plan, you will have some details on progressive overload, and that's one of the key things that makes this program so unique and so effective. So there's a bunch of information on that, both in the video and in the plan here. Then we go into time under tension. This is another really important part of building strength. Also in the plan section is my video, which is exclusive to my program. It's called My Top 10 Tips for Hiking as Training. And if you're new to hiking, if you're a beginner, this is worth the value of the program in and of itself. So I highly recommend you jump in and check out that video. I think you'll learn a lot from that one. One of the things that probably took the most time in developing this program is doing multiple progressions for every single exercise. So for every exercise within the HikeStrong program, there's at least 2, sometimes 5 or even 6 progressions for you to start from the beginner progression and build serious strength. Don't cut corners, start with the easy one and build up strength over time. And within the app version of the program, there is even extra progressions and alternate exercises. Say if you don't have a certain piece of equipment or if you don't have space to perform that exercise, there's lots of different alternatives for you to try out should that be the case. All of my YouTube videos are plugged into the app, so you don't have to switch between the PDF and YouTube like you used to with the old programs. Now you simply click one button. We've got timers there, all of the sets and reps and information on one page, and when you've completed the exercise you just hit next and you go on to the next one. Many of the exercises require you to put information in. This is for me to be able to see where you're at, to get some information to improve my programs in the future. And also it's great for you to be able to track your progress and see when you're doing more sets and more reps and potentially more weight as you build strength through the 8 weeks. Another thing that I'm pretty stoked on is the testing component is now included in the app. So that's going to make testing a lot easier. Basically, you log in, watch the video, plug in your details and your stats from the test, and then we've got them there forever. You can always come back to that and complete another round of testing. I recommend doing testing at the start and at the end of the program, and that's very useful for me to be able to prove to you how effective this training was. Some of the feedback we've had so far from people going through the testing and development phase of this program is that they're feeling more balanced, they're feeling lighter on trail, they're having less or no instances where they're feeling pain in their knees, hips, and ankles, which means they're able to get out into the mountains and really be present when they're out there on the weekends and not have to worry about pain and soreness and stiffness in their body. They can just get out and enjoy the mountains and enjoy the time hiking, which is great for me to hear. So who is this program for? Well, it's best for people who have gone through the Elements program, and especially for those who want to develop the strength component a little bit more. So for me, the main aim of this program was firstly to prevent injuries, so to really mountain proof the hips, knees, and ankles. But secondly, to enable people to feel like they were now ready to be able to drop everything, pack their bag, and go out into the mountains whenever that opportunity came up. Whilst this program is doable for just about anyone, I really focused on people that are around my age and older. I'm 35 now, and the one thing that I noticed that as I got older, I was a little bit more susceptible to being injured. Many of you who have reached my age or older might be thinking that, I wish I made the most of the mountains when I was younger, because that's when I was the most capable. I'm telling you, even at 40, 50, 60, you can be more capable than when you were in your 20s if you develop the strength and follow the directions of this program, because this is designed precisely for the needs of hikers and takes into account our modern lifestyles where we spend the vast majority of our time sitting and not moving in free, full ranges of motion. So if you're looking to build hiking specific strength and conditioning for the mountains and you like my approach and style to training, I encourage you to check out the webpage for HikeStrong. You'll see some testimonials from people who have gone through this program and others, as well as an FAQs, which will pretty much answer any question you have about HikeStrong going forward. So thanks guys for watching. I'm looking forward to finding out how you did in the program. Please get in touch if you have any questions. You can find me on Instagram. I answer every direct message, so hit me up there or send me an email on chase@basecampfit.com. I'll see you on the summit.